1990s, three talented young Jacksons got together to form 3T. With help from Uncle Michael, their debut album sold over 3 million copies worldwide. It's been over 15 years since their last UK single, and they're back for the big reunion. Please welcome 3T.
Hey. Hello.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm very well, thank you. It's great to have you here in the UK. Now, when was the last time you guys were here properly?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
1997?
No.
Yeah,
properly, yeah.
Wow. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to have you back, and you're all looking so well.
Thank you.
Now, you're here in the UK to film for a popular show called The Big Reunion. So when were you approached to do that show?
Pretty late.
Yeah, it wasn't so long ago.
Really?
It was just maybe 3-4 months ago.
No.
Yeah, and it seemed to work out. It gave us a great platform to tell our story and where we've been. And, you know, the team has been very supportive and understanding of our situation, so it's been great.
And had you heard of the show before you got involved?
We did. We heard of the first season. When it came out, a friend of TJ's had told him that it'd be a great show for us to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the second time around, it worked
You got
out
the
for
call
us.
and you're like, yeah, we know this.
Yeah, we're like,
let's do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what does it feel like being back together here in the UK? Does it feel good?
Yeah, we've missed the UK.
We've missed it a lot.
We've missed you.
Yeah.
As we tell people,
more.
we see the UK as the home for 3T. This is where our career took off the first time.
Yep.
So it's like the proper way for us to re-come out is here in the UK.
Oh, that's nice. Well, taking it back to 1996, you scored your first hit with Anything. It raced to #2 here in the UK and was a smash across the globe. Now, you were just young lads at the time, so how crazy was it for you having a #2 here in the UK?
It was really nice, but just coming from our family, it wasn't #1, so we didn't really enjoy it.
They're perfectionists.
Yeah, so we didn't enjoy it like we should have.
Oh,
Number
no.
2 is a good, but we were thinking we got to be #1. We have to be #1.
Yeah.
So we didn't really sit and just enjoy #2.
You wanted more.
Definitely more.
I mean, we weren't invited to some family functions.
Don't laugh.
No, it was.
Can
it
you
was
imagine?
Good.
Yeah, what do they get? Yeah, they're not coming.
When they get to
Please don't
#1,
invite them.
invite them.
Yeah.
No, it was good though. It was good. Our family was very supportive and is always supportive, so they were very pleased and happy and congratulatory towards our success. So it was good.
That's how it should be, guys.
Yeah.
Now, to you, he was your Uncle Michael, but to zillions around the world, he was the legend that was Michael Jackson. Now, he was one of 3T's biggest supporters, and he featured on your smash hit single, Why. That must have been an honour to get him on that track.
It was an honor. You want to go tell the story?
No, it's a dream come true, and he actually had a couple of songs for his history album, and he had to choose between Why and You Are Not Alone. And he went with You Are Not Alone and asked if we wanted to record Why for our album. So after a lot of thinking about it and contemplating if we wanted him on our album,
Yeah, of course.
arm twisting. But no, of course we jumped at it, and we're very excited to have our uncle. He's a great uncle and a great person, but we're obviously fans of him as a musician, of course. So it was great. It was a no-brainer for us.
Definitely. Now, in 2011, you guys performed the single Why for the Michael Jackson tribute concert here at the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff. That must have been pretty tough to sing that song. How did you guys get through that?
No, we didn't get through it.
No.
In rehearsals, we got through it fine. But being on stage and doing it in front of the crowd and then all the memories coming back to you, we weren't able to get through it at the end. So emotions took over.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's very hard.
It's tough.
Now, we've got some why questions to ask you because we need to clear up some rumours from back in the day.
Okay.
We're going to start off with you, Taj. So when you were performing on stage with 3T, why did you always wear a rucksack?
That's a good question. And it was usually only for the song Anything.
Okay.
And that was actually a suggestion from my uncle. He wanted me to have something, that identified with that song so that when I put it on, people know that song is coming.
Okay.
Just like his hat, fedora, when he puts on for Billie Jean, everyone knows that song's coming. That and the glove. So
you had your rucksack. Was there anything in that bag?
It depends. On tour it was. There was a lot of merchandise and stuff like that.
Okay, so you can zip it open and just fling it out.
Fling it out, yes.
Fling it out there to the audience. And TJ, taking it back to the days when 3T posters were all over our bedroom walls, why did you always wear a Band-Aid plaster on your chest?
Good question.
And I hate to sound like I'm copying his answer, but it was also a suggestion.
Really?
My uncle Michael. Similar thing. My uncle was, I hate to say this, but he was really smart and a genius when it came to image and styling, and it was something he just thought would you know, be of
And
curiosity.
A little bit extra,
And here we are 15 years later.
Still talking about the Band-Aid.
The backpack and the memory.
Yeah, so it was a suggestion, and it's pretty cool.
Now, we all want to know, are you going to bring the rucksack and Band-Aid back now that you're on the big reunion?
Ooh.
Are we going to see it?
I guess you have to see. You have to watch.
You're keeping
and
us
they didn't even tell me to say that.
Well, thank you for clearing up those why rumours. Now, along with I Need You and Anything, those singles helped you to become the second biggest selling group in Europe in 1996, just behind the Spice Girls. Now, that is a massive achievement. Did it seem like you guys were invincible at the time?
Invincible is a strong word.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. I mean, it was the same time our uncle was out, and we were actually traveling with him a lot. So
Right.
even though we were selling out arenas and doing great concerts throughout Europe, he was performing in stadiums almost in the same cities the same week.
So you were like, okay.
So it's like,
Yeah, it's
as
like...
excited we would get, we would go see him perform, and
Back
then,
down to
then
earth.
it's like, okay, we got some work to do.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to be too excited about. But looking back, it was obviously great and wonderful, and you know, I'm just lucky and happy to be part of that. It was fun.
It's good that you kept your feet on the ground.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, that's a really good sign. Now, your second album didn't take off the same way as your debut. How disappointing was that for you guys?
Well, it never got released in certain territories because we went through so much. We took a different approach with it and went more independent, and you'll see the story unfold in the reunion.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't even think... We never released here in the UK. We kind of saved it.
And some of the songs, like in Netherlands, it was our biggest single.
Yeah, the first single from the second album was actually our biggest single. So it's tough, but you know, like you said, you'll see the story unfold and see why it never came out in other markets, because we only released it in 3 markets. So, and it was doing fine up until certain situations happened.
Okay.
But
you got to see the story.
We've got to see the
Yeah.
story.
We don't want to give you too much, but...
I'm looking forward to this story. Now, after the initial success of your debut album, you didn't release album number 2 until 9 years later. So what happened? Why the long break?
Again,
Story.
it's just,
Can you not give us anything?
It's
quite complicated,
it's
is it?
complicated.
Okay.
Well, we can say that album number 2 was actually album number 3.
Really?
Yeah, we can say.
That's a good point. So there was an album recorded.
Right.
It's just some things got in the way, and some situations that you have to kind of sit and watch to understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that's going to be unfolded.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the big reunion right now. Does that mean you're going to be working on new material? You're part of this new show?
Yeah.
We all have our own studios, and we've all been writing and doing music since, you know, pretty much since we were 7, 8, 9 years old. So music will never leave us. It's in our blood. It's what we love to do. And we are always working on material for outside artists, for other artists, but also for us. So we definitely have new material, and we'll continue to make new material.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Really exciting. So have you got big ambitions to recreate your mid-90s success again this time around? You're going to try to do it again?
Of course. Yeah. Of course. We just want to do the best we can do and put good music out and see what it does.
Yeah, I think last time, too, we were so critical on ourselves that we really just didn't enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
So this time around, we're trying to just enjoy the moment.
I guess it went quite fast for you back in the day, didn't it?
It seems like another life.
Yeah.
It doesn't even
really
seem like it was part of my life. So it's kind of strange. But, you know, like I said, I'm blessed and happy for it. But now it's time to do it again and to kind of remember it this time.
Take things in, yeah. Take things in,
so.
Remember things.
Yeah.
It's not going to be so quick and like, right, here, there,
Yeah,
everywhere.
it's crazy.
So what can we expect from your new material, sound-wise? What are you guys going for this time round?
The sound's changed quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's difficult because we've grown so much since the last album. The last album was the second album, which nobody's heard. But even the second album was growing a lot from the first album, so it's like, it's difficult. So it's a big change for us. But there's more live instrumentation, and just our influences has expanded.
Yeah.
And we've been playing our instruments, so there's a little bit of everything on it. So it's a different
Is it upbeat?
sound.
Can I boogie to some tunes?
There's a little bit of everything,
yeah?
but it's still the same 3T sound. I mean, we're still the same people.
Some emotional ballads to get me crying into my tissues. No, it's fine. I do like an emotional ballad. It's all good. Now, the likes of Eternal, Damage and A1 are back together for the big reunion this time round. Did you remember them from the last time round when you guys were here in the UK and they were around doing their thing?
I remember, I've heard of A1, but I don't know. I think they came out later than we were out.
Okay.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
You would know better than me. But
You'd hope.
Eternal and yeah. But those two, we had never met any of the groups. So this is our first time actually meeting them, but we've known their music.
Yeah, we knew Eternal from last time around. We knew of them.
So it's nice to meet guys that you've heard of but never met.
Exactly.
It's quite refreshing as well. Now, if you can choose any act from any era to get back together, who would you choose?
That's a great question.
Why, thank you.
Yeah. I mean...
Your mind's really going...
Yeah, there's so many. There's so many. I mean, I could go as far as Guns N' Roses.
Wow, okay.
To even well, there's only two, but I would say the Beatles. You know, just to hear them two do something would be cool.
That would be crazy.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot. That's a great question, though.
There we go. Well, next time I chat to you, you should have an answer ready for me.
Yeah. I've never heard that question.
Oh, there we go.
That's good.
3T, thank you so much for popping in.
Thank you.
Good luck. Oh, you're very welcome. Good luck with the rest of this year, and it's great to have you guys back.
Thank you so much.